inflation. I already said it. Inflation. Again, zoom out over time, real estate's going up. Now we get to the shelter. Oh, this is where it gets good. So, shelter, aka tax shelter, is tax benefits. If you are a high earner, did you know that just by owning a duplex or two, you can lower your tax liability? That's huge. I mean, there are things that you could do. A more advanced concept is called a cost segregation study. But there are things that you can do to drastically lower the amount of taxes that you pay the IRS. And I don't know about you, but I'm not the biggest fan of those guys. What's that? Oh, I don't want to.
But still be lendable.
And still be lendable.
Correct.
Hint, nudge, nudge. Yeah, do everything Tori says. No, Tori really does know her stuff. I like to paint between the gray lines when I can find them. Last but not least is equity. And I want to talk about equity in a way that is a little bit different than, time, it going up, or, loan payments going down. I want to talk about something called forced appreciation. And if you are getting into real estate and you want to make a bunch of money, you should probably get good at this one, forced appreciation. Examples of forcing appreciation, which, by the way, it just means you're making the property worth more money and forcing it, just putting it in headlocks, saying, you're going to be worth more. You look so serious right now, man. I feel like you're going to put me in a headlock. Okay, forced appreciation. You can raise rents on day one. If you know the 10 cap formula, and you raise rent by, let's say, $5,000 a year, that ends up being a $50,000 increase in the value of that property if you're going by the certain real estate formulas out there. That's just increasing rent. You can do a light rehab, nice and easy, raise rents. You can do a full gut rehab, especially if it's a really crappy building, right? You can take a large piece of property that has a house on it and you can split a piece of land. There's a thing that Chris is going to be talking about, which is called an accessory dwelling. Again, another opportunity to make money. Can you take a large building and rent rooms out of it, like a boarding house model? I mean, there are so many ways to make money in real estate and to force appreciation in a deal. If you want to master real estate, if you want to build a crap load of wealth, get good at learning how to force appreciation. Get good at creatively looking at a deal. The reason it worked for Parker, and when I purchased his portfolio of 5 buildings, was because he was asking at the time, top dollar, but I knew that I could raise rents. So if I went to the bank with, like Parker said, sheet 1, if I went to the bank with that first sheet and said, here's the numbers as they are right now, is this cool? They would have laughed me out of bank. Because I understood rent prices in Bangor, I had, networked, I kind of had this understanding. Not that Parker didn't, it's hard to, do these big rent raises if your management company has been kind of slowly pushing them up. It's easier when a new landlord comes in. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't like pulling the rug on anybody, but if your rents are, hundreds below market value, there's room to go to the bank and make the deal work. So, what I want to impart on you guys is that it is a quick story that I like to tell about real estate and how I think it makes you money. Imagine you're walking on a beach. You might know this one. Imagine you're walking on the beach and you see a bottle. And that bottle has something in it. So you pick it up and you look at it and you're like, I think this is a $100 bill. And sure enough, you pop the cork. Screw that, we didn't need that. And sure enough, it's a $100 bill. What are you laughing at?
Keep
Listen,
going.
that was really embarrassing for me. I'm trying to do my best up here.
Doing a great job.
Okay, thank you.
$100 in the bottle.
It was a joke, Ella. Jeez.
Sorry, I'm trying to...
I'm just ripping. Okay, $100 in a bottle. You pick it up on the beach. You look in. You open it up. You say, "There's $100 in here. This is awesome." There's also a note that says, "If you throw me back to the ocean, I will come back with 5 more bottles. If you put $100 back in me, throw me into the ocean, 5 more bottles will return." It's like, okay, awesome. Story fucked it up already. There's no $100 bill. There's only a note. Now they're putting the $100 bill in. You see my point. They toss it in the ocean. 5 bottles come back. The next day, he walks to the ocean. He sees these 5 bottles. He picks them up, and sure enough, every bottle has a $100 bill in it. And it's friggin' awesome. So excited. He's skipping. He's laughing, pulling the $100 bills out. Sure enough, he slips and falls on a piece of driftwood. Moral of the story is real estate will pay you in 5 different ways, but it is a pain in the ass. You will get a splinter in your ass from time to time when it comes to investing in real estate. Why? But it's worth it! Because you know what? I don't know about you guys, but 9-to-5s are not that fun. Like, unless you love what you do. If you love what you do, kudos. And I actually think, I'm going to disagree here, I don't think you should follow your passions. I think you should make a bunch of money and then go follow your passions. And that's what real estate can do for you. Because, why the fuck not, right? This is what you should be doing, and I'm sorry, I'm the swearing real estate agent. I shouldn't have had that one beer before I got on stage. It messed my whole thing up. No, I'm just kidding. That's it. That's what I have to say. You're going to learn from amazing people, and the story, I'll tell you guys one more, just because I love to hear myself talk. When I first worked for Dan, we started selling coaching to software founders, blah, blah, blah. I made some money, and I was very, what I call, new money. Like, I'd never had 6 figures in the bank, and I said, what the hell do I do with this? I'm afraid, terrified that I will lose this and squander this. And I talked to Dan, and I said, dude, like, what's my move? I didn't mean to get this big this fast. And he said, well, dude, it's stocks or real estate. I'm like, man, I've always wanted to be in real estate. And the thing that he said next is why I'm here. He said, by the way, go find some local mentors. Duh, I found you, Dan. That helped me do pretty well. Okay, that's a good idea. And I went on Facebook, and I put a post out there. I think somebody tagged your dad. Somebody else told me about Parker. It was magical. I met these guys, and actually, they were a pain in the ass to get a hold of. They weren't getting back to me. I had to, like, freaking work the deal, you know? Come on, man, let me take you to lunch. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, you have to bug people sometimes. A closed mouth does not get fed. You know? You need to get in the face of the people who you want to be like, be around. And by doing so, you will vicariously become your mentors, the people you want to be like. So, how I did it in a quick time period, I could say the systems and the strategies and the blah, blah, blah. I got around people who were smarter than me, and I picked their brain, and if I didn't know something, I asked a question. That's it. You do that. If you want to get into real estate, you will be fine. Anyway, that's my spiel.
Any questions for Wendell?
I said it all.
Thank you.
Every question is
Boom.
gone answered.
I like it.